This is a question I get asked quite a bit, and my answer is always the same. Foremost, you should only consider selling when you and your family are ready. And secondly, when the home itself is ready. You should never feel rushed to meet a certain time in the year or feel under pressure to be ready before you actually are. Once you are ready, there is one time of year I recommend to avoid where possible, and another I believe offers Brisbane homeowners better odds at achieving a great result. In my opinion, you should avoid the Christmas New Year period wherever possible. There is a number of reasons for this. The market does slow down over this period as people go away and prioritise other things in life. A lot of purchasers will use the Christmas period to move into a residence, that is, having purchased and settled well prior, so they are ready to move in, conduct some changes if required, and spend the holiday period in their new home. I find a large portion of buyers who have been active in the market throughout the year will get to this December period and decide to take a break for themselves, coming back in the new year. Secondly, during spring, we see an influx of listings come onto the market. This has traditionally been the case for a long time. For those properties that don't find a buyer during that September to November period, when December arrives, we often see a level of discounting of prices in order to secure a contract before Christmas. This is actually a good time to buy, as a lot of owners want it sold prior to the start of the new year. For those sellers launching their property to the market in December, you don't want to be caught up in a market where other homes similar to yours are discounting their prices. It just doesn't make for a good environment for negotiating, in my opinion. Additionally, we see another wave of new listings come in the new year. So your property campaign gets caught up in a market where buyers are scarce and your home ends up being in with last year's stock very quickly. In my experience, a December campaign just puts unnecessary pressure on yourself that can otherwise easily be avoided. We always want to give ourselves the very best chance of success, and often waiting a few weeks can make all the difference in your campaign. So when is a better time? Some will say spring. I hold a slightly different view, as property, like most things, is all about supply and demand. More listings just equals more competition. My opinion is the June and August period offers Brisbane homeowners an opportunity to get ahead of the spring influx that agents recommend every year. By being on the market marginally earlier with only one or two comparable listings to yours means more eyes and more offers. When the number of listings does significantly increase, which is traditionally the case come that September-October period, naturally there's more options for potential buyers, and it becomes much harder to achieve that top dollar. The Brisbane market simply doesn't face the same winter stagnation that Sydney and Melbourne markets do. In my 9 years of selling real estate, the consistent theme I hear from buyers is the frustration during the winter months of June to August, with a period of no houses to choose from. My advice is to consider something different than everyone else bringing their home to market in spring and capitalise on a more favourable supply and demand period where possible.